And even as the morning light stretches across the sky, my heart remembers that every breath today is a gift. Gratitude lifts my spirit because I know this day has been written by your hand. Psalm 118:24 says, "This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." That verse reminds me not to carry yesterday's burdens into today, but to open my heart in thanksgiving. I thank you, Lord, for the gift of waking up, for the chance to walk with you once more, for the grace that sustains me, and the mercy that never runs dry. I remember how easily my mind can drift toward worry, toward the to-do list, toward the weight of responsibilities. Yet, in this quiet moment, I choose instead to lift my eyes. Gratitude shifts the focus from what I lack to what I have, from what I fear to who you are. Your word in James 1:17 tells me, "Every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of lights." So I pause to count blessings, health, breath, family, provision, even the smallest mercies that often go unnoticed. Each is a reminder that you are near. Lord, I bring before you my heart in its unsteady ways. Sometimes I long for things I do not need. Sometimes I compare. Sometimes I forget to say thank you. Forgive me when I rush past the evidence of your goodness. Teach me to begin each day with a grateful spirit. Let thanksgiving become the lens through which I see the world. May gratitude anchor me when life feels uncertain, for a thankful heart cannot be shaken by fear. Philippians chapter 4:6 teaches, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." So I bring my needs to you with gratitude already flowing, knowing you hear me. Lord, I pray for a heart that sees your hand in ordinary places. The rising sun, the sound of birds, the smile of a loved one, all of it whispers your faithfulness. I pray that gratitude would spill into how I speak, how I treat others, how I live. Let me be someone who carries joy because I remember your goodness. When storms come, let thanksgiving keep me steady. When blessings overflow, let humility remind me who the giver is. Today, Lord, I place my plans before you with a thankful spirit. Thank you for being my guide, my provider, my shield. Thank you for never leaving me alone. Thank you for love that endures. May this day be marked by rejoicing, not because it is easy, but because you are worthy. And as I walk into the hours ahead, I do so with gratitude at the center of my soul. Tomorrow we will move deeper into your peace, learning to rest in what only you can give. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the sky above proclaims his handiwork. Day to day pours out speech, and night to night reveals knowledge. Psalm 19, 1-2. And in the stillness of this morning, I remember that peace is not found in the absence of trouble, but in the presence of Christ. The world can stir with noise and demands before the day even begins. Yet your word settles me. John 14:27 says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid." That promise quiets every restless thought. It reminds me that true peace is a gift from you, not something I can earn or control. So many mornings begin with a flood of worries, appointments to keep, decisions to make, burdens carried over from yesterday. But today I choose to lay them all at your feet. Lord, I invite your peace to guard my heart and mind. Philippians 4:7 assures me that the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. That guarding is what I long for, a holy shield over my emotions, my thoughts, and my spirit. Lord, I confess how easily I trade your peace for my own attempts at control. I cling to plans. I rehearse conversations. I worry about what I cannot change. Forgive me for forgetting that you hold tomorrow. Teach me to breathe deeply of your presence and let go of the weight that was never mine to carry. I pray for the kind of peace that holds steady when the phone rings with unexpected news, when finances feel uncertain, when relationships feel strained. Help me, Lord, to be a peacemaker in my words and actions. Let the peace you place within me overflow into how I treat others. When tempers rise or harsh words are spoken, remind me to be gentle, to listen with patience, and to answer with grace. May my home be a place where peace dwells because your Spirit is welcome there. This morning, I surrender every anxious thought, every unsettled feeling, every restless worry. I place them in your hands, Lord, because I trust that you are able to keep me steady. You said in Isaiah 26:3, "You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you." So I fix my mind on you. I lift my eyes above the noise. I believe that peace is not far away. It is here, flowing from your Spirit, filling every corner of my heart. Lord, I pray also for those who feel overwhelmed today. May they sense your nearness in a way that calms their storms. May they find rest where they thought there was none. May they experience the sweetness of your peace that passes understanding. And as I carry this peace into the day, I know it will be tested, but I also know it will endure. For tomorrow we will speak of trust, learning to lean not on our own strength, but on yours. In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. Morning by morning he awakens my ear to listen as one being instructed. Psalm 4:8, Isaiah 50:4. And as the hours of this new day unfold, I am reminded how much of life rests on trust. There are so many unknowns, so many questions that swirl in the heart. Yet your word steadies me with Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. That promise gives courage when the road ahead is unclear. Lord, I know how quickly I lean on my own understanding. I analyze, I plan, I worry, trying to make sense of what I cannot control. Forgive me when I cling to my own strength instead of resting in yours. Teach me to trust not halfway, but with all my heart. Help me surrender the parts of my life that I still try to manage on my own. I think of Abraham, who stepped out not knowing where you were leading, and still he obeyed. I think of Peter, who walked on water as long as his eyes stayed on you. Their stories remind me that trust is not passive. It is a daily choice to keep moving forward, even when the path is dim. Lord, I pray to walk in that kind of faith today. When I cannot see the outcome, let me rest in your character. You are faithful. You are good. You are wise beyond all human wisdom. Psalm 37:5 reminds me, commit your way to the Lord. Trust in him and he will act. So I place every detail of this day in your hands. My conversations, my responsibilities, my worries. All of it belongs to you. Lord, I pray for the patience to wait when waiting is required. Trust is not only about moving forward, it is also about being still and believing. You are working behind the scenes. I pray for the courage to obey when you call me to act, even if I don't understand. I pray for the peace that comes from knowing that every outcome rests in your hands and not mine. Lord, I want to be like a tree planted by streams of water, rooted deep, not shaken by storms, because my trust is in you. Jeremiah 17:7-8 says, "Blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in him. They will be like a tree planted by the water. It does not fear when heat comes. Its leaves are always green." May my heart grow roots in that kind of trust, flourishing no matter what comes my way. And as this day begins, I choose again to trust, not in my own wisdom, not in fleeting emotions, not in uncertain circumstances, but in you alone. Tomorrow, we will pray for strength, knowing that when we are weak, you are strong. But I will sing of your strength in the morning. I will sing of your love, for you are my fortress, my refuge in times of trouble. Psalm 59:16. And when weariness creeps into the soul, I remember that your strength is more than enough. There are days when energy feels spent before the morning even begins, when the weight of responsibilities presses down heavy. Yet Isaiah 40:31 gives me hope. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. That promise is like fresh wind to a tired heart. Lord, I know my own strength has limits. I can push forward only so far before I stumble. But you, O God, never grow weary. You never run out of power. You are the everlasting source, the fountain that never runs dry. And so, I come to you, asking for renewal today. Lord, I say with all my heart, I need your strength in every part of my life. When challenges rise at work, when patience wears thin at home, when the body feels weak, remind me that I do not walk alone. Help me to lean into your might instead of striving in my own. Psalm 46:1 reminds me, God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. That verse steadies me, reminding me that no burden is too heavy for your shoulders. Lord, I pray for strength to endure trials, but also for strength to love well, to serve faithfully, and to persevere with joy. I want to rise above discouragement, to stand tall when temptation whispers, to keep going when giving up feels easier. Strength is not just muscles or stamina. It is the courage to stay faithful when life feels uncertain. I pray for those who are tired in spirit today. May your strength lift them. For the one carrying a heavy grief, for the one battling illness, for the one overwhelmed with responsibilities, breathe new life into their bones. May they feel the truth of 2 Corinthians 12:9, where you declared, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." Lord, let that promise be more than words. Let it be the reality of their day. And as I rise into the hours ahead, I choose to place my weakness in your hands, believing that you will meet me with strength exactly where I need it. Not always the strength to escape the storm, but the strength to stand in the middle of it. Not always the strength to change every circumstance, but the strength to remain faithful while you work all things for good. Tomorrow we will reflect on mercy, and how every morning brings a fresh outpouring of your compassion. But I will sing of your strength. In the morning I will sing of your love, for you are my fortress, my refuge in times of trouble. Psalm 59:16. And as the dawn breaks fresh across the horizon, I remember that mercy meets me here. Yesterday's mistakes do not define today, for your compassion writes a new beginning each morning. Lamentations 3:22-23 reminds me, because of the Lord's great love we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. Those words breathe hope into every weary place within me. Lord, I think of how often I fall short. Words spoken in haste. Moments where patience failed. Times I carried burdens instead of surrendering them. Yet, your mercy covers me. It is not just a gentle feeling, but a steadfast love that forgives, restores and lifts me when I stumble. Lord, I thank you for mercy that never runs dry. This morning, I choose to receive that mercy. I do not have to carry guilt longer than you intend, for you are faithful to forgive. Your word in Psalm 103:12 says, "As far as the east is from the west, so far has he removed our transgressions from us." That promise helps me release the shame I so often cling to. Lord, I pray for a heart humble enough to accept mercy and strong enough to extend it to others. When I think of mercy, I see the cross, where Jesus bore the punishment I deserved so that I could walk free. I remember the woman caught in adultery, whom you did not condemn, but restored with grace. I remember Peter, who denied you 3 times yet was welcomed back with love. Each story is a reminder that your mercy is greater than failure. Lord, I want to live as one marked by mercy. Teach me to forgive quickly, to show kindness where anger wants to rise, to let compassion guide my actions. Let my words carry gentleness. Let my presence bring healing instead of hurt. Mercy is not weakness. It is the strength of heaven flowing through the human heart. I pray for those who feel trapped in regret today. May they know that your mercies are new for them too. May they sense your forgiveness washing over their lives. May they believe that it is never too late to begin again. Lord, I ask that mercy would transform households, mend relationships, and soften hearts that have grown cold. And as I rise into this day, I hold fast to the truth that mercy is not just a morning gift, but a daily reality. It will follow me through the hours, through my decisions, through every moment where grace is needed. Tomorrow we will turn to guidance, seeking the way you light our paths. Have mercy on me, Lord, for I call to you all day long. Bring joy to your servant, Lord, for I put my trust in you. Psalm 86:3-4. And as I take the first steps into this new day, I am reminded that I do not walk alone, for you promise to guide me. Life is filled with choices, some small and unnoticed, others weighty and life-changing. Yet no matter how uncertain the path may feel, your word assures me that I can trust in your leading. Psalm 32:8 says, I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you. That promise comforts me, reminding me that I am never abandoned to guesswork, but cared for by a God who sees the whole journey at once. Lord, I confess that I often rush ahead of you, eager to make decisions in my own timing. Other times I hesitate too long, afraid of making the wrong choice. Forgive me when I lean on my own wisdom instead of seeking yours. Teach me to pause, to listen for your still, small voice, to trust that you truly will direct my steps. Your word in Proverbs 16:9 declares, In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. How reassuring it is to know that you are weaving purpose even in detours, that even when my plans shift, your hand remains steady. Lord, I pray for ears that hear you clearly, and a heart that obeys without resistance. When doors close, help me not to despair, but to trust that you are protecting me. When opportunities arise, give me discernment to know if they are from you. Let every choice I make today reflect a heart surrendered to your will. Lord, I pray, guide me in my conversations, in the way I spend my time, in the thoughts I entertain, and in the way I respond to those around me. I also pray for those who feel lost right now, unsure of where to turn. May they sense your gentle direction, like a shepherd leading his sheep. May your Spirit bring clarity where confusion reigns, peace where fear has taken hold, and hope where discouragement has settled in. Lord, I thank you that guidance is not something I must earn, but a gift you freely give to those who seek you. James 1:5 tells me, "If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you." So here I am, asking, believing, and waiting with expectation. And as I carry this truth into the day ahead, I will walk with confidence, not because I see the whole path, but because I know the one who leads me cannot fail. Tomorrow we will turn to courage, remembering that your presence casts out fear and strengthens the heart. Show me your ways, Lord. Teach me your paths. Guide me in your truth, and teach me, for you are God my Savior, and my hope is in you all day long. Psalm 25:4-5. And in the quiet strength of this morning, I remember that courage does not come from what I see around me, but from the one who goes before me. Life often places me in moments where fear whispers louder than faith, where challenges appear greater than my capacity. Yet your word anchors me in Joshua chapter 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. That promise tells me that courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to keep walking because you are near. Lord, I think of the countless times I've let hesitation hold me back, moments when doubt grew louder than trust. Yet again and again, you remind me that my strength comes not from within myself, but from you. Today I choose to lean into that truth. Lord, I pray, fill me with boldness for the tasks before me. Whether it is speaking truth in love, making a difficult decision, or simply persevering through uncertainty, let courage rise because I know you walk beside me. When the world feels heavy and obstacles loom large, remind me of David, who stood before Goliath with only a sling and a stone, yet trusted in your power to bring victory. Remind me of Esther, who risked everything to stand before the king, believing you had placed her for such a time as this. Their courage was not rooted in themselves, but in the certainty of your presence. Lord, I want to live with that same confidence. I pray for courage to forgive when holding on to bitterness feels easier. Courage to speak hope when others are drowning in despair. Courage to remain faithful when compromise seems tempting. Let my life testify that you are stronger than every fear. I lift up those who feel overwhelmed today, those who face diagnoses, financial pressures, or strained relationships. May they feel courage rise within them, not because they know the outcome, but because they trust the one who holds it. Remind them that you have not abandoned them, that you will never leave nor forsake them. Isaiah 41:10 declares, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." Lord, let that promise be planted deep in our hearts today. And as I step into this day, I will not let fear dictate my choices. I will trust that your Spirit within me equips me for whatever lies ahead. Tomorrow, we will turn to joy, discovering how it becomes our strength in every season. But let all who take refuge in you be glad. Let them ever sing for joy. Spread your protection over them, that those who love your name may rejoice in you. Psalm 5:11. And as the light of this morning shines, I am reminded that joy is not something the world can give or take away. True joy flows from your presence, Lord, and it steadies the heart even when circumstances shift. Nehemiah 8:10 declares, "Do not grieve, for the joy of the Lord is your strength." That verse reminds me that joy is not fragile. It is a wellspring of strength planted deep within the soul. Lord, I think of how often I confuse joy with happiness. Happiness rises and falls with situations, but joy remains because it is anchored in you. Joy comes when I remember that I am loved, forgiven, and held by the everlasting arms. Joy grows when I lift my eyes above worries and fix them on your promises. Lord, I pray, let joy be my strength today. When clouds gather and the day feels heavy, teach me to rejoice anyway, not because everything is easy, but because you are faithful. Habakkuk 3:17-18 speaks of this kind of joy. Though the fig tree does not bud, and there are no grapes on the vines, yet I will rejoice in the Lord, I will be joyful in God my Savior. That truth tells me that joy is a choice, a declaration of trust in the midst of lack. Lord, I ask for joy that overflows into my relationships. Let my words be seasoned with gladness, not complaint. Let my presence bring encouragement, not discouragement. Let the atmosphere of my home be filled with joy, because it is filled with you. And when I am tempted to let frustration or weariness steal my song, remind me that you are the lifter of my head. I also pray for those whose hearts feel burdened today, for the one in grief, for the one battling sickness, for the one weighed down by uncertainty. Lord, would you exchange heaviness for joy? Psalm 30:11 says, "You turned my wailing into dancing. You removed my sackcloth and clothed me with joy." Let that transformation happen even now, renewing their spirits with hope. Lord, I am grateful that joy is not shallow, but deep, not fleeting, but eternal. It carries me through trials. It strengthens me in weakness. It testifies that my hope is alive because Christ is alive. And as this day unfolds, I choose joy. I choose to smile in faith, to sing in hope, and to walk with confidence that the joy of the Lord will sustain me. Tomorrow, we will reflect on your protection, knowing that your angels encamp around those who fear you, and that your presence is a shield in every battle. Let the morning bring me word of your unfailing love, for I have put my trust in you. Show me the way I should go, for to you I entrust my life. Psalm 143:8. And as the morning begins, I find comfort, knowing that your protection surrounds me. This world can feel uncertain, filled with dangers both seen and unseen, but your word reminds me that I am not left defenseless. Psalm 91:11 declares, "For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." That truth gives peace, knowing that heaven's watch is over my steps. Lord, I think of how often I have been spared from harm I never even knew was near. Your hand has shielded me in ways I cannot measure. Today, I entrust myself once more to your care. Guard my heart from fear, guard my mind from lies, and guard my path from stumbling. I do not place my confidence in my own ability to stay safe, but in your mighty protection. When fear tries to creep in, whether through the news, through worry for loved ones, or through the weight of what could happen, remind me that you are my refuge. Psalm 46:1 tells me, "God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble." Lord, I pray that I would run first to you instead of being consumed by anxiety. I lift my family before you, asking that your shield would cover them today. Protect their going out and their coming in. Place a hedge of safety around their health, their travels, their work, and their rest. And beyond physical safety, I pray for spiritual covering, that they would be guarded from temptation, strengthened against discouragement, and kept close to your truth. Lord, I know that your protection does not mean a life without hardship, but it means that no matter what comes, I am never alone. Even in the valley of the shadow of death, Psalm 23:4 assures me, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. So I will not let fear dictate my days, because I know the one who holds them. I pray for those who feel exposed right now, carrying fear for their future, their health, or their safety. Wrap them in your peace. Let them know that you are a strong tower, a fortress where the weary can find shelter. And as I step into today, I carry this confidence, that no weapon formed against me will prosper, and no scheme of the enemy can overthrow the plans you have prepared. I will walk not in fear, but in faith, trusting in the God who watches over me with love. Tomorrow we will rest in blessing, remembering that every good gift flows from your hand. But you, Lord, are a shield around me, my glory, the one who lifts my head high. I lie down and sleep. I wake again, because the Lord sustains me. Psalm 3:3-5. And as this journey of prayer draws to a close, I am reminded that blessing is the overflow of your presence in every part of life. Every sunrise, every breath, every opportunity is a gift that points me back to you. Numbers 6:24-26 speaks blessing over us. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Those words are not just ancient. They are alive, carrying your heart for your children today. Lord, I receive that blessing over my life this morning. I thank you that blessing is not limited to wealth or success, but includes peace that passes understanding, joy that endures through trials, and love that cannot be shaken. Blessing means walking with you, knowing that even in hardships, your goodness pursues me. Psalm 23:6 reminds me, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. That truth anchors me with confidence that I am never outside the reach of your favor. I pray blessing over my family. May their hearts be rooted in faith, their homes filled with peace, their work strengthened by your hand. I pray blessing over friends and neighbors, that kindness would flow among them and that they would experience your nearness in fresh ways. I pray blessing over those who feel overlooked, that they would know their lives are seen and cherished by you. Lord, I know that blessing also calls me to be a blessing. As Abraham was told in Genesis 12:2, I will bless you, and you will be a blessing. Let my words uplift, let my actions bring comfort, let my life reflect generosity. May I never hoard what you have given, but pour it out freely, trusting that you always provide more. I also pray blessing over the days ahead, believing that you hold my future. When challenges come, bless me with endurance. When opportunities arise, bless me with wisdom. When I grow weary, bless me with renewed strength. Let my heart be so full of gratitude that others cannot help but see your light shining through me. And as this prayer series closes, I carry forward the lessons you've spoken. Gratitude, peace, trust, strength, mercy, guidance, courage, joy, protection, and blessing. Each part is a thread, woven into a life anchored in you. Lord, I say with all my heart, I am yours, and every blessing I receive will be returned in praise to you. The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in him, and he helps me. My heart leaps for joy, and with my song I praise him. Psalm 28:7. Just yesterday, I saw a neighbor pause to help a stranger carry groceries across the street. It was such a simple act, but it carried the fragrance of blessing, a reminder that your goodness is revealed in ordinary kindness. And so, I rest my trust again in you, Lord. Trust is the soil where blessing grows. It means releasing control and believing that you will never abandon me. It is not always easy, but it is always worth it. Trust teaches me that I do not need every answer to have peace. It assures me that you are working when I cannot see, arranging details beyond my reach, writing a story bigger than I imagine. Trust reminds me that surrender is not loss, but gain. For in letting go, I find myself held by everlasting arms. Lord, may my trust in you grow deeper each day, shaping my heart into one that fully depends on you, now and forever.